Sidewinder was initially inspired by a visit to the Jurassic Coast in Dorset, England, in the summer of 2020. I was interested in the layering and tilted twisting evident in the exposed limestone ledges there. I guess it was this movement which had occurred that interested me during the formation of the cliffs, which had embedded fossil traces left by plants and other organic forms. Around the same time, whilst visiting a local fossil museum, I was intrigued to imagine how fossils such as the desert rose quartz had formed through similar twists, turns and shifts. I began to mimic these twists and turns by scraping layers of cement on the studio floor, creating interesting, intersecting patterns and ridges. Liquid plaster polymer is then poured directly onto these cement traces and patterns on the studio floor. When the plaster hardens, these are lifted off the surface of the floor to reveal embedded patterns in the underside of the hardened plaster. For me, this kind of mix of resemblances to things and this kind of idea of imaginative ambiguity is really important in my practice and the forms I make. It kind of chimes with the idea of objects such as stones that travel vast distances over time and end up somewhere far from where they originated. These plaster forms are then tilted against one another and the liquid plaster is poured over the top on the underside to fix pieces together in a kind of shifting and tilting undulation. The way in which the process allows the forms to emerge as things in their own right is something which I like to think finds a resonance with the formation of rocks and fossils and solidifying things over time. And this piece in particular started to suggest itself of a kind of skin of something that had been shed, and it started to wind across the wall. So this is where the title Sidewinder originated.
Sidewinder, 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 Sidewinder.